Okay, so here we are on the gondola right now, heading over to Alpine Meadows. Since Palisades, Tahoe, combined with Alpine Meadows is one huge resort, but two different areas. You excited, Braden?
Yup, and it looks insane. It's like impossible. Like, look at these rocks.
Beautiful views of the lake, great ride. Let's go. Here we are, heading up Alpine Meadow. Nice, fast-moving chairlifts and beautiful, beautiful slopes.
This is the chalet. Nice place to have a bite. Quite crowded in here. That means it's quite good.
Okay, so we just flew in this morning from California, and we had the incredible opportunity of spending some time skiing over at Palisades, Tahoe. And we got to spend some time over at
Alpine Meadows.
That's right, and we had the most amazing time in Alpine Meadows. Brendan, you want to start us off to discuss the terrain of the mountains?
You mean mountains? Okay, now let's talk about the terrain. They have a good category of faces, bowls, chutes, gullies, cliffs, and claws, and some glades if you like the trees. So I'd give it a, let's see, maybe a 4.
Yeah, look, I really enjoyed the terrain there. Beautiful views of Lake Tahoe over at the top. Very good intermediate cruiser mountain. I'm going to agree with you, Braden. I thought it was a 4. It's a great place to go to. Let's talk next about the lifts. How were those lifts over there?
Difficulty, it's difficulty.
Difficulty, go ahead.
Okay. So I'd say if you want really hard stuff, go to a Stell Bowl or Scott Chute. But the hardest is Keyhole Slopes, but that's usually crowded, so I'd stick to the other ones.
Okay. Yeah, look, difficulty, you want to get crazy. You got Palisades Tahoe right there. There is challenge there if you want. You got that. But look, I'm going to also give this a 4 because you have Palisades Tahoe there, which sneak peek, it's going to be a 5. So, so that's what I'll go with over here. Look, again, it's an incredible cruiser mountain. Great for your blue skiers. Now, the lifts, Braden.
All right, the lifts. There is a really good lift called Tree Line Cirque. It goes up to mostly blacks and stuff, but there is a mid-unload station. It goes straight to the top of the mountain. Beautiful views.
Yeah, look, efficient, smooth. They do a great operation over there. They get people on the lifts. They get it moving. They do a great job. I'll give the lifts a 4 as well. No gondola, but they don't really need it. They just do an awesome job and really a good part of that mountain.
I'll give it a 3.5.
Fair enough. What about the food, Braden?
Food? They had some good chicken fingers, nice and filling, but there is a negative about this.
What's that?
The long lines.
Yeah, look, they have some food options there, but you get more food options over in the village at the Palisades Tower side. As we mentioned earlier, the base-to-base gondola for that. So I'll do a 3.5 with the 4, just because Palisades Tower has a lot more of those options right there.
Yeah, now lodging.
Oh, okay. In terms of lodging, look, if you're not going to stay over at the Palisades Tower side, slope side, then you want to drive in, you need to get parking reserved ahead of time because that will sell out because the place is awesome. So make sure you got the reserved ahead of time and get out there early on a powder day.
Make sure it's reserved.
Yes, sir. Finally, what about for families? How did you feel overall for families?
The thing with it is the only greens they have are basically just the bunny slope. That's the only problem with beginners. So for beginners, they'd probably give it a 4. But meanwhile, if you're advanced, it'll probably be a 4.5. And if you're intermediate, so many blues, perfect. 5 out of 5.
Good point. Look, Brett brought up a good point. Intermediates, 5 out of 5 for the family. So if your kid has been skiing a bit, great place to go. In terms of, I don't think it's quite a bunny hill, Brendan, but he brings up a point. The greens, unlike Palisades Tower, are by the bottom of the mountain. So this is really good for that blue skier. Great place for the family to go. Overall, how'd you feel about it?
I think it was so phenomenal. I had one of the best times of my life. I'll give it it depends on what you are. Again, beginners, 4.5 even, because it's just so phenomenal, and you'd probably even do some of the intermediates even if they're easier.
Get to learn to move up a little bit. Yeah, I agree with Brendan. Outstanding place. Loved it. Have a great night. Here we are, the top of Alpine Meadows. Absolutely extraordinary.